Hello viewers, welcome to K Diagnostics, Dio here. Today we have a 2005 Hyundai Elantra with a 2.0 liter. The complaint on this vehicle is the right front outside door handle is broken. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you the outside handle that's broken, and then I will show you how to replace it. So the passenger side outside door handle is broken. As you can see right there, this handle is broken. So if I try to open this door from the outside handle, I won't be able to open it. So this handle over here is broken. So I have to reach on the inside of the vehicle and open the door from the inside door handle. So right there, I can open it from the inside, but not from the outside. Okay. So we have confirmed the customer's complaint. Here is the replacement part. I already got the new part from Napa, and here is the part number for the new door handle. So right there. So now let's open up the door so I can show you what we have to remove so we can get this door handle replaced. So I'm going to open up the door from the inside door handle again. So right there. So what we have to do is we're gonna have to remove this inside door panel so we can get access to the outside door handle. The door panel is held onto the door by a couple of screws. We have two screws over here. There's one here and another one over here. So we're gonna have to pop off these plastic covers so we can get access to the screws that hold this door panel on the door. So we're gonna remove these two. And then there are two more down over here. We're gonna remove this cover. And then there's another one over here. So there are Phillips screws behind these covers. And then there's another one over here on the door handle. There's one screw over there. There's one over here. And then there's another one right there. So once we remove all these screws, then the door panel will pop off. We're gonna pry it outward and lift it. And then we're gonna get it out of the way. So I'm gonna sit you guys over here so we can remove all these screws that hold the door panel in place. So I'm gonna undo these Phillips screws over here. There's one down here. So we got those two Phillips screws removed. So now we're gonna remove the two Phillips screws under the door handle. So here comes the cover for the Phillips screw. Alright, so we got these two Phillips screws removed. Now we're gonna remove the other Phillips screw on the back of the inside door handle. So now this cover can come out. So here comes the cover for the inside door handle. Alright, so we have two more Phillips screws over here. Alright, so we're making progress. So we have two more on the bottom. Alright, so we got all the screws removed. So now we can pry out the door panel. So the door panel has some plastic clips that hold it against the door. So we're just gonna pry it out. Actually, let's remove this little. So we're gonna pry and then lift. Alright, so here comes the door panel. So the door panel is off. Now we're gonna disconnect the electrical connector of the courtesy light and the window switch. So I'll show you the electrical connectors that I'm about to disconnect. Alright, so now I'm gonna disconnect the electrical connector of the courtesy light. So right there's a little locking tab that you have to push down and then pull. And then pretty much same thing on this little speaker over here. So now here comes the door panel. So I'm gonna get it out of the way. So at this point we can get access to the door handle. So I'm going to bring you guys over here so you can see what I'm about to do. Alright, so now we're gonna peel this plastic off so we can get access to the outside door handle. Alright, so our door handle is right there. I'm going to disconnect the rod on the locking mechanism on the door handle so we can get the door handle removed. So I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. Alright guys, so here is our door handle. We're going to undo this bolt over here, this 10mm bolt. And then there's another one up there. So we're going to undo that bolt. I'm also going to disconnect this rod over here for this locking mechanism. We're going to disconnect this rod and then that rod up there. So this plastic locking piece over here, this yellow piece, actually swings upward. So it goes this way. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. So it swings. I'll just show you once this is out. So it swings that way. And then the rod is going to be able to come out. As you can see, I just got this rod disconnected. So you swing that up and then the rod comes out. Okay, and we're gonna get access to this bolt through this hole over here. I'm gonna put an extension here with a socket so I can undo this bolt, this 10mm bolt, and then I will undo that one and then our door handle will come out. Okay, and then this other rod, this bigger rod over here for the actual handle, because the rod down here is just for this locking mechanism, and then the rod up there is what releases the latch down there, okay, to open the door from the outside. So actually that one we can undo it once the handle is off the door. Okay, so I will undo these two bolts so we can remove the door handle. So now let's undo these two bolts that hold the handle on the door. Alright, so here comes the first bolt for the door handle. I'm gonna get it out of the way. So now we're gonna remove the second one. Alright, so we got both 10mm bolts for the door handle removed. So now our door handle should be able to come out. So we're gonna swing this door handle up this way. So here comes the door handle. I actually had to remove this locking mechanism on the back of the door handle in order to get the door handle out. So this locking mechanism goes in this way. Okay, so as you can see, this piece of the door over here goes between this locking mechanism and the door handle. So I had to remove this first. So you twist this down and then you remove it, and the door handle comes out once you remove this locking mechanism. So there is a rod that goes in here. So this plastic piece over here swings, so you pry it up, you swing it up, and then the rod comes out. Same thing on this little yellow one. Okay, so basically the rod goes in, and then this yellow piece swings down and locks the rod in place. So that prevents the rod from popping back out. Okay, so now I'm going to bring the new door handle over here so we can install it. Alright, so here's the new door handle. Although it's a different color from the door, but this is the only door handle I could find. So we're gonna install a black door handle on this. So as you can see, the handle is right over here, and on the old one, look at the old one. You see, so this piece over here is missing on the old one, so this broke. Everything else on the back looks good, okay, but the only problem here is this handle over here broke on the old one. So we're gonna get this out of the way. Now we're gonna install this new one. So this is gonna go this way. And you have to make sure that the gasket is actually in place. Okay, so the handle is installed. So now I'm going to bring you guys on the other side of the handle so we can install the bolts. So right now I'm installing the two 10mm bolts that hold the door handle in place. I wish I could really show you what I'm doing, but this is really straightforward, guys, and there isn't enough room back here, so I can't really show you what I'm doing. Alright, so now I'm gonna tighten this 10mm bolt. Alright, so that's good. Alright, so I'll bring you guys over here so I can show you what I just did. Alright guys, so here's our new door handle. I installed the door handle, and I also tightened these two 10mm bolts. So there's one over there and one over here. And I also installed these rods. So I installed the rod up there, and now we're gonna install this other rod for this locking mechanism. So the way this rod is installed is, you see this yellow piece over here? This is a locking mechanism for this rod. So this prevents the rod from popping out. So the way this goes is you flip this up, and then you slide the rod in, and then you push this down to lock it. Okay, so this yellow piece locks the rod, so it prevents this rod from popping back out. And it is the same way with the one up there. So already locked the one up there because I couldn't really show it to you. But this rod over here connects this locking mechanism with the latch over here on the door. Okay, so everything is back together. We got this 10mm bolt tightened. So now let's put everything back together. Alright, so we're gonna put this stuff back together. This is gonna go, this sticky stuff is gonna go over here. Alright, so now we're gonna install our door panel. Alright, so here comes the door panel. I'm going to reconnect the electrical connector of the courtesy light first, and then the window switch. So basically at this point, putting everything back together is the reverse process of the removal process. Okay, so the electrical connectors that we disconnected are the ones that are so right there. So the way you install this door panel is you lift it first and then you drop, okay? It has to hook around the window, okay? Once it's sitting, then you can just push the plastic tabs in place. So this is really straightforward and easy to do. So now we're going to install the inside door handle cover. So right there, and this is gonna go right in here. And then we're gonna start putting all the screws back on. So now we're gonna install the 2 Phillips screws that go over here. So that's tightened. So now we're going to install these covers that cover these screws. Alright, so that's good. So now we're going to install the bottom screws for the door panel. And then the other one goes over here. So we're going to install this cover. So now we're going to install the screws on the side. Alright, so everything is back together. So now we're going to verify our repair. Alright, so now let's see if we're going to be able to open this door from the outside handle. So I'm going to close the door. So the door is closed. Now I'm going to try to open it from the outside handle. So right there, the door is open. Let's close it one more time. So now we can close and open it from the outside. Okay. So this is good, this is fixed. This was a quick and easy one. The problem was a broken outside door handle. So I'm gonna leave it right over here, guys. This is how you remove and replace an outside door handle on this 2005 Hyundai Elantra. I hope you like this video. If you do like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumb down. But if you do, you gotta tell me why so we can make better videos in the future. If this is your first time here, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.